welcome to Audio Addiction. We have A Night in November, and they can say their names and what they do in the band.
Hi, I'm Gareth. I'm the bass player and singer.
Yeah, I'm Lewis. I'm a guitarist and I do a bit of screaming as well.
I'm Costa. I play drums and I do a bit of growling.
Oh, okay,
I like
okay.
growl.
A little unsure. It's all right. It's all right. But my first question, guys, I always ask this to every band: how'd you start a Night in November? How'd you get your members?
I'll take this one. So me and Lewis used to work together, and we're both into the same sort of music, and we're just talking about it a lot, saying we want to be in a band. And then we thought, why not put one together then? And I'd done quite a lot of band stuff in the past, but nothing super serious. I used to do like an odd gig here or there. And then Lewis said, I know someone who's a drummer, so let's just start practicing together and have some fun. And it led on from there, really, didn't it?
Awesome.
Yeah, it was cool, man.
It was pretty rogue to start with, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, but you didn't used to just play, man. You used to be a Jack Black impersonator. Don't leave that out.
Yeah. All right, I used to be a Jack Black impersonator for a while.
Is that actually truth? Are you did
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
I could start to see it a little bit now. So
I see that.
yeah, there you go. So how was the first practice? Obviously, you guys had been familiar with each other. So how was kind of the first gigs, all that sort of stuff? How was that? How was your first practices and gigs and stuff?
Yeah, man. The first practice we had was awesome. We knew Costa had done a bit of drumming, but we never really played with him before. And he just turned up and he had pop punk beats prepared. So he was just started playing some stuff down, and then me and Gareth had got together and done a bit of loose writing, just getting some riffs together and a little bit of vocals. So sort of came together, and you just do a few covers, don't you? Like Blink 182 stuff and Green Day, all that sort of stuff. So it was pretty fun. And then got writing, and then his first gig took quite a while to come around. But by the time we'd got to do that, we had enough songs that we could put together a 20-minute, half an hour set, and that was just so much fun. It was an absolute blast getting 30, 40 of his mates down and having everybody jumping around. It's good fun.
Awesome, guys. My next question to kind of follow up what we were talking about a little bit earlier. What are some favorite venues you guys like to play at or go catch a show out in your free time?
So we're based in Leeds, actually, in the north of England, and it's pretty much a hotbed for punk rock music. And there's a ton of really cool small venues in the city. Growing up, there was one called the Cockpit. It's actually shut down now, but all the cool English and American bands used to play there. I think we've all been quite a few times growing up, and we kind of learned to go there twice. I think we went twice a week, pretty much drinking a lot of beers, seeing all the cool American bands, and then from that. It's spread out to 4 or 5 different cool venues now, and it just keeps improving. There's so much in Leeds, so I think we've all got a few different favourites, haven't we, guys?
Yeah, that festival that we played, for the Fir Tree Farm with one of the bands that we know, Lion Estates. I don't know if you've spoken to them before, but one of them has a farm and put on a festival every year with a load of bands from across the country. That was an absolute blast. There was just so many people there, and a proper decent stage and balloons and all sorts of just everybody was having a great time. So much fun.
Everybody was having a great time apart from you, Lewis, because you've got hay fever, haven't you? So Strawfest is not the best place for you.
yeah. I just drank through it, man. Have a few beers and chill out.
Gareth, do you have any?
Well, we played a place called Renegade in Manchester, and that was a really good venue. I really enjoyed that. There's cages on the side, and it's just really good sound in there, and I thought that was a really good venue. So I'd play there again.
Awesome, guys. My next question, to follow up the venues, what was the last show that you attended?
Ooh, good call.
Me and Costa went to go watch Bad Cop,
oh yeah, true.
a couple of weeks ago, maybe a few weeks ago now. That was pretty sweet, actually. Yeah, and other than that, like maybe we saw Standard Atlantic and and we had like Slam Dunk in the middle of the year as
Oh,
well.
sick.
We've
Okay.
been to yeah, Slam Dunk Festival. That was really good. Like so many good bands. Like you're just trying to get from stage to stage, see who you can see. Like Jimmy Eat World were there and Good Charlotte. All that was it's pretty sweet. What about you, Gareth? What
Our
have you
last show was a Alkaline Trio and Blink-182 cover band, wasn't it?
That's true.
Oh,
That was
okay.
amazing.
That was a good night. Yeah.
You got to get down with those like classic bands. So I definitely like that, and I always hear good things about like Reading and Leeds, Slam Dunk, and all that sort of like huge UK festivals. So I'd love to go out there to go see that one day. So fingers crossed, maybe in the future it'll happen. So
Slam Dunk's definitely worth going to, mate. Like, it's really cool.
is it
Yeah,
is it
that's your number
multiple
one.
is it multiple days? Because I know Reading and Leeds is I think multiple days. So is Slam Dunk the same thing?
It's like it rotates around 3 different cities over one weekend.
Okay.
But it's the same lineup on 3 different days, basically. Some people go to each one, but it's super cheap and it's a great party, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a ticket you can get where you can do like the whole weekend if you want. Like if there's that many bands that you really want to check out, you can go to like travel the UK watching different bands on different stages over 3 nights, and I'm sure it gets pretty messy by the Sunday.
Yeah, I can imagine you would just be like so disoriented. It would be nuts. But my next question, guys, a fun one. What are some of your musical influences?
Oh, we're definitely well into our old punk pop stuff, aren't we? Like the things we grew up with.
Look on the wall. Look on the wall behind Gareth.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I love Alkaline Trio. Yeah, love them so much. I also love. We've got a mix of different sort of influences, to be honest. And the one genre we're really into is the punk pop. But I'm really into this like 70s pop and cheesy stuff and musicals as well. Whereas like Costa's into just his like really rough sort of punk stuff, and then Lewis is into like really heavy metal as well. So together we've got crossovers of all different sort of music and genres, and we've just got that one big one in common that really inspires us, I think, because it brings back those memories of just it's what we try to get across in our music as well. It's trying to bring back that sort of party vibe, just feeling just the first time you heard that take off your pants and jackets type feeling is what we're trying to go for, I guess.
It's
Yeah,
actually quite funny, like when we're practicing in the studio, and like we're whipping up like some pop punk beats and like guitar, and I just see Lewis in the corner like twiddling these like classic metal like solos. It's like brilliant.
Yeah, I like turn my guitar like right down so nobody came in. It's like just straight away. But like we have like old school pop punk stuff like Starting Line and all that sort of stuff that we absolutely love. And like that, we try to find like bands that the 3 of us have in common. It's like it tends to be like pretty middle of the road like pop punk stuff. But everything that like Via's like 2 of us like it, the others like not totally into it. But yeah, like all the like heavy metal stuff, like I'm keen on all that as well. Like I suppose that's why I want to scream and get into it.
It's a majority rule situation, you know?
Yeah.
But that's super cool. I like how, and I felt like when I asked Gary to come on, like that's what I stuck out to me was that you guys have that sort of old school like pop punk, like Blink-182, like Starting Line, which I'm seeing them in December, and I'm super stoked for that because they're playing like one Philly show, and I'm super stoked to see them because I haven't seen them yet. So but I think that's for me is like that nostalgia factor is like, okay, you know, I grew up listening to that sort of stuff. Like that's the type of stuff that I still like listening to. So super cool. Definitely some of the greatest vibes in that sort of era. And I'm glad that you guys are, you know, channeling that energy. But my next question, guys, to follow up the influences, who have you been jamming recently?
Oh, well, what have you been listening to recently?
Yes, correct.
Oh man, like a lot of a lot of like. No, I spend a lot of time listening to the bands that we play with. Like we play with so many good like UK pop punk bands that like if you have one night with them and you you're playing along with each other and you're having like such a good time, you end up getting all the songs in your head. You're like, oh, this band's amazing, and then I just add them to like Spotify or whatever, and then I'm listening to them all the time. I think you guys have done the same. Like we've got our like UK pop punk playlist that like Gareth's been starting, and that's got so many good bands on from that. And then you got like Gareth said, like the bigger UK bands like Neck Deep and Waster and Trash Grow, all that sort of stuff are, you know, such good stuff.
I think that's the best thing about being in a band, though. We get to we spend time seeing smaller bands that you wouldn't usually get to spend time to see. And then that leads to meeting more people and just having a great time. And there is so much good talent out there. Like, we spent a load of time with a band called High Visions. We went on a mini tour with those guys. And they're great guys. And we got, like, I listen to their music all the time now. And it's the same with, like we were saying, Lion Estate. So those guys are amazing. And you can't believe that you meet these guys and then you end up listening to their music non-stop. It's just great because you're supporting them, but also they're worthy of your support. So I love that. It's great.
Yeah, totally. You listen to some of these bands and you're like, seriously, how are you not like signed and doing amazing things? Because like you're watching all these bands going over like to America and stuff like that and getting to be on like Warped Tour when that was like still a thing. And yeah, definitely. It's good that we never got to go over. But yeah, like all those bands are getting to do that, and you listen to the bands that we play with, and you're like, oh, you are totally at the same level. You should be up there. You should be doing this.
How about you, dude? Like, what are you listening to at the minute?
What I just got done listening to this week, I listened to a new Beartooth record. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them. Oh my god.
Yes.
I'm
That's
super
so
stoked.
good.
I'm super stoked for everybody to listen to it. Comes out tomorrow in the US, so super. I mean, Caleb's one of the best writers in this genre, so I love his stuff. I've been jamming a lot of Trash Boat, so I'm glad that you referenced them, because that record, Crown Shyness, was phenomenal. Like Pacific is another like pop punk band that I've been listening to a lot. They're on Pure Noise, great band. And then to kind of round it out, I don't know if you're familiar with that like post-hardcore stuff, but I love Hail the Sun. And they put out a new record too that's coming out on Friday. So that's who I've been listening to. I just try to have enough variety where I'm listening to different things so I don't really get tired of it. But I love your like just love for other bands locally. I feel like that isn't said a lot, or it's like an unspoken truth about bands, and I think that it's completely underrated, and that's like one of the reasons why I started the channel, was because, you know, there's so many bands out there that do awesome shit, and it's tough as just an artist in general. So while I'm a kind of a small fish in that pond, I hope that, you know, people, you know, find out about cool musicians through the channel and stuff like that. So much salutes to you guys. But my next question, guys, is a fun one. If you guys could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
We want to do a Katy Perry one, I think, don't we? I think.
Yeah,
something really like out there, like Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, like, and then put that punk spin on it.
I was going to say Taylor Swift. Did you get that that Spotify thing in like last year when it was like our top artist of 2017?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah. What was your top artist, Costa?
It might have been Taylor Swift.
Might have been Taylor Swift. All this pop punk talk and Costa sitting there with Taylor Swift. Yeah.
The front on, guys.
Yeah, but like it's covering pop songs as a pop punk band is so much fun because you just throw some guitars on top of it. It's like simple chords, but it's super fun to like sing along. Everybody who is in the pop punk scene or just in pop or whatever, like they all know how to sing along to it. It's always good. We do like a couple of like poppy covers, and everybody seems to enjoy them. So
like, should we do the Sugar Babes cover? Don't we? I don't know if you know the Sugar Babes, big in the 90s or like early thousands in the UK, and that's yeah.
No, go ahead, Fish.
So all right, well, yeah, we do a cover of one of those, and it's like it's just a straight up pop song. But when we play, like, we played a small festival in Barnsley, and like people recognise the song there, but we would obviously just sped it up. So it's good seeing people sort of singing along, because it sort of like brings more people in who might not know much like punk music, but they still sing along and enjoy themselves, you know.
Of course, and I always love when bands do covers. I might be in the minority of that, but I think it's really cool. And also, like, if I don't know the band and I know that song, I'm like, let's see how they change it up. Let's see how they like make it their own. And if they do it well, then they've got my support for sure. Was there any particular Taylor Swift song that you guys would want to do? Because I know that you were talking a lot about it.
Costa, you need to choose this. You're the expert.
It's got to be a love story because I just love you guys so much.
Why are you being so nice to us tonight?
Well, just wait till I get off camera.
Oh, okay. All right, guys. Oh man, okay, we're losing. Oh my god. All right, guys. Next question, another fun one. Favorite food to eat?
Ooh. Lewis has gone quiet.
Lewis has definitely gone quiet. Yeah. He's out. There's no.
Lewis is the foodie of us. He chooses where we eat.
You lost me.
There you
He's
go.
back.
Are you back? You're back.
Oh, you're so quiet.
When we're gigging, we find that we always turn up saying, right, we're gonna do a sound check, and then we're gonna have something to eat, and then we'll watch some of the bands, and then we'll play. What usually happens is we turn up, we do a sound check, we watch some of the bands, we might have a beer, and we never get round to eating. So when we've got a gig on, we hardly ever eat, do we, guys?
It's like pot noodles, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
pot noodle.
a pot noodle practice.
Bad times.
Yeah. If we can get out somewhere and get like a meal, like when we go recording, like there's like Indian restaurants, we usually go for a curry or something. That's like pretty sweet. But yeah,
I think it's a bit of a cliche with like pop punk, but we always end up getting pizza. There's like loads of cool pizza places, and like it's like an unspoken rule that you play punk music, you've got to eat pizza, right?
Yeah. Oh, why did we not say donut, man? Like we have a giant inflatable donut. We've got to be representing donuts everywhere.
Donuts and pizza.
Oh,
That
that's true.
represents that.
Yeah, it's a healthy diet, yeah.
Yeah, we're all about
Championing the healthy diet, obviously.
Sure.
But my next question, guys, is a interesting one, so I'm curious how you're going to answer it. If you could pick somebody to collaborate with, whether it be a guest vocalist on your next record or a producer you'd want to work with, who would you go with?
Ooh.
Oh man. Who would we work? I keep losing connection. Can you hear me right?
Yeah, just about. Again, it's probably someone local we really like, wouldn't it? Although, unless it's the dream, obviously, I don't want to go too out there. But like, I'd love to just do like a big Christmas song with some local bands. Just get everyone together, do like "Feed the World" or something, and just I think that'd be ace.
I'd like to do but yeah, if we could get local bands, like we've got a couple of bands that we play with, and they've recently released like a collaboration song, and that'd be so sweet to just get a couple of those guys together and just get them onto a record. But I think personally, like you mentioned Beartooth earlier, and like Caleb Shermer's like guest vocals on Seaway's record, like that's amazing. It's like the nicest crossover of pop punk and like I don't know what even you call Beartooth, like hardcore maybe, but like yeah, I would definitely be keen to have Caleb on us. That'd be awesome.
We met Beartooth, didn't we, Lewis?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got
download. Download Festival. Yeah, we weren't playing there or anything, but we did. He just yawned in my face, didn't he? And I asked him if he was tired.
Yeah,
he's like,
I'm really excited for today. He was like, yeah, really? Yawn. I was like, I guess you've been traveling around a lot.
What about
Should have
you,
asked him to
Costa?
collab.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys good? Good? Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sorry, I went quiet then. I totally lost you.
No, we're all good. My next question, guys, another fun one. If you could pick another musical instrument to just shred at, what would it be?
Oh, Lewis, you really want the drums. Like, every time we have practice, Lewis practically kicks me off the drums, and then he just goes for it. So, like, I'll answer for Lewis.
Yeah, definitely. I would love to play drums. I bought my dad a drum kit for his Christmas present last year, and now I'm always back at my parents, like jamming on the drum kit. So I'd pick up drums. But I used to play trombone actually. Like I used to play like jazz and blues and stuff, man. So maybe get some ska influences in there.
I want some synth.
Like people that always play double bass look real cool, don't they? It's like just there, like strumming away. That kind of would be pretty sweet. Add something a little bit different.
If you've got like a million different instruments in your room, what are you putting on there? What's that weird one that you've got?
Automatone.
Yeah, you need to get that out.
No, I don't think I'll be playing that. But yeah, I was saying I'd really like to play some synth or something like that. I love the synth sound. That's just trying to get it involved while playing bass and singing. I don't think I can do the three at the same time.
That would be
definitely.
that'd be quite a feat.
Oh, I could play with my feet.
Yeah. You're right. You've read some synth intros for us before. That was pretty fun. Like the EP launch. You got that little synth intro. That was cool.
Yeah, true.
Awesome, guys. My next question is, this one is a personal question for me because I always love asking this because I'm a massive nerd. But if you could be a video game character, who would you be?
Oh, Kirby probably. Just gonna keep eating pizza all the time. Yeah, I'll go burger. About you guys?
That's a tough one, man.
Do you even play games, Costa? You only watch football, right? That's all you do all the
time. Crash Bandicoot, man. It looks like having so much fun. just bouncing around, doesn't it? I'd totally do that.
Lewis is gone.
Lewis is gone again.
Jesus, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me. I'm gonna stay like really still now. I've been wandering around, been roaming. Yeah. Maybe Nathan Drake, Uncharted, bit of that, climbing through some stuff.
Oh, I'll take back my Kirby now. That's a bit cooler.
Kirby's way cool, man. On Smash Bros, he absolutely ruins everybody. Kirby's destroyed.
I like that answers, guys.
Next, who would you be, man?
Oh man,
I just want to know.
For the sake of keeping everything together, because I've been asked this question before, I'm gonna have to go with the Pokemon trainer from Gold and Silver. That's my go-to. I will also preface that I love Zelda too, so I got this little like light for my office. So that those two. And then you gotta rep the classic Mario. So, but if I had to give a clear answer, it would definitely be the Pokemon trainer from Gold and Silver, because that's childhood right there. But my next question, guys, is another fun question. Best band you've seen live?
Oh man,
that's tough.
That's like every band you've seen live. It's just like, oh, they're all popping into my head.
I would probably say Weezer, like controversially.
Really?
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
no
so
way.
like, I saw Weezer at Leeds Festival maybe about 10, 15 years ago, and Rivers Cuomo was literally off his head. It must have been off his head on drugs, and he put on the best performance I've ever seen from a frontman. It was literally like running and diving into the crowd, running through the crowd, climbing on all the speakers. The security guys were running after him, trying to stop him doing all this stuff. And it was still like pitch perfect with all the notes and everything. It was so comedy value. That was like definitely a highlight.
Oh no way, that's cool, man. Was that Leeds Fest?
Yeah.
That's tight.
Cool. I'd have to say, I once saw a band called Heck that I absolutely loved. They're like, they're just like pretty heavy hardcore. And they just did the same thing. Like they were absolutely everywhere, all over. I think it was like Leeds Fest. I saw them, and then Download. But like the lead singer like got into the crowd, and he didn't have like a wireless mic or wireless guitar. If he just got in, his cables were like everywhere. He's getting like crowd members like hold his cables up. They got a couple of guys from the crowd to like hold his stuff while he joined in the pit and was like spinning around and like smashing into everybody, and then picked up his guitar, went to the back of the stage, climbed up stuff. They were like absolutely incredible to see live. I absolutely loved them, but I think they might have broken up now and started like another band. But I keep trying to keep track of them. They're everywhere. They're all over the place. But yeah, them. What about you, Gareth?
I think it's so hard because I love so many bands. When I go see a live show, I love it so much. But I'm just thinking back, like when I was at college and I saw New Found Glory for the first time. I think that blew me away. That's really what got me well into the punk scene because
Nice.
that was such a good gig. And they were only I forgot what album was out at the time. They'd just gone gold. Someone was saying to them, and
Sticks and Stones.
Yeah, it was Sticks and Stones, yeah. And is it Ian? He was stood next to me and I had no idea. But I was talking about how much I love this album. And he said, "Oh, thanks, man." And I was like... I was like, that was there, yeah. So that was like the first proper gig I went to other than ones that like I'd been taken to, if you know what I mean. You know, I said, I want to go to this. And then... So I've seen New Found Glory a few times since, and those guys, and obviously Alkaline Trio because I love them so much. But Bowling for Soup were a really good show back then as well. I've not seen them recently, but they were really good back then. And it's just the ones that surprise me though are the ones that I remember the most. Like mainly at festivals, there was like Hailstorm. It's not really a band I listen to.
Oh wow!
But
okay.
live, just
they were good.
Fantastic, fantastic singers, and the drummer was just insane. So sometimes, like I remember bands more for the show sometimes if I don't know the music. So
Yeah.
There's so many to choose from though. It's all good memories.
Awesome. I love that you were literally talking about the record and he like came up and was like, "Oh, that's awesome. I was on that record." That's so cool. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me before, and then I'm like, oh boy, like I completely could have just said something to him. But my next question, guys, to follow up best live band, if you guys could compile a dream tour, which you would be on, what would it be?
Whoa.
Man,
These get harder.
Yeah, we'd have to like just grab all the best pop punk bands that we've played with and that we've ever seen live, right? Like,
Yeah, good point.
I'd love
tour.
to.
The ultimate tour.
I'd love to have Sum 41 on there. I think like Sum 41 was such a big band for me growing up because they're like crossed over like pop punk, metal. Like they were clearly all like proper metalheads, but they were playing all these pop punk songs like In Too Deep and stuff. But then they had all this like heavy stuff. And then since then they've had like so many other albums come out, and yeah, I'd definitely love to play with Sum 41. I guess you guys would want like Bowling for Soup and New Found Glory and all that sort of Real Big Fish, all those guys.
Yes.
Yeah. What about your like old school like hardcore and punk, Costa? Like you've got so much.
It would have to be like a drive-through records like tour. I'd totally jump on that like starting line, like Homegrown, The Movie Life, all that kind of thing. Like, be so good.
Yeah, definitely, man. I thought there's so many on like Fat Lip as well. Fat Records, like Fat Lip. I'm talking about Sum 41 again. You can't shut me up. Sum 41 again. Yeah, like Fat Records got so many good artists on there as well. I reckon we could just pull together a few record labels, just get something going. Like fun. What about you, Gareth? What do you say?
I really won't know who I want to play with. I properly like my top. If I look at my top playlists, like obviously it's Taylor Swift on Costa's, but mine's I've got like Hamilton and like can we just go around with Hamilton? That'd be cool. That'd be awesome.
The Hamilton cast. With, like, real
Hey, it'll be one out of the show, guys.
Yeah.
And like ELO sitting there in the background.
Yeah, I love ELO as well. Yeah, so I like 80s music, and then but I love like music, film soundtracks as well. So Alan Silvestri did like probably in the like Back to the Future soundtrack, and I just absolutely love like his music. I listen to that all the time. Like if I could have a eclectic mix of all this together, I'd be well happy.
Yeah, we probably need like a few stages. Can we take
Yeah.
like, stages?
Can we have a
like
festival?
The 80s stage, the soundtrack stage, and the pop punk stage.
And then they'll just have a musical stage, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Be like, we're taking this band on. We're doing Hamilton pop punk version. We're gonna tour across this across the UK and Europe.
You imagine getting together and doing the Hamilton soundtrack pop punk edition with all those bands on.
Oh man,
I'm up for that.
Yeah. Oh, let's change what our next cover is going to be. Right, we're covering Hamilton now.
In full, the full set.
Oh my god! All right, guys. Next question, another fun one. Favorite TV show, favorite movie.
Costa doesn't have any favourite movies. Costa doesn't watch films.
Oh.
I've never seen a movie before.
It's a running joke for Costa.
Gareth, you've got so many like.
My favourite film of all time. Yeah, my favourite film of all time is Jurassic Park. I can't budge on that. I try. There's so many films I love, but Jurassic Park is my go-to movie. Always has been. I wore the VHS out, putting it in, like the video. I wore it out until it, and I had to buy a new one when I was a kid. So, and then I bought it on DVD and on Blu-ray, and I've got the 4K one coming at some point. I think So, Jurassic Park is my special place. And a TV show. There's so many TV. Dinosaurs actually. I really like dinosaurs. Just realised this. Jim Henson's Dinosaurs.
I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I used to walk around pretending to be the baby all the time. Gotta love me, gotta love me, doing that all the time. And when I was a kid, it must have been really annoying. But now I actually feel like I'm more like the dad. So I'm Earl.
You are more like the dad now.
Yeah, I'm like Earl now. I wear plaid a lot, so that's fine. But I just like dinosaurs. I
Back you up on that. Back you up on the Jurassic Park thing.
Yeah. Oh, you're a Jurassic Park fan.
Yeah, like I think it's next month. I'm going to go watch the film, and there's a live orchestra playing the soundtrack alongside the film.
Oh, I'm doing that as well.
So cool. It's
I
gonna be
think
good.
you guys didn't even know about this.
Yeah, I'm doing that as well. Nice. Okay.
And I genuinely thought when Costa said I'm going to go see the film next month, it was for the first time. Like, I've heard that's coming out soon. I'm going to go check out the Jurassic Park.
Me and Lewis absolutely love The Simpsons and quote it non-stop during practices.
I probably love Futurama more than The Simpsons, really.
Yeah. For quotes. Like, we do it all the time, don't we? And Costa's
definitely.
Like, what are you talking about, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Films for me, like I love Rian Johnson as a director. I think he's like amazing. So he's done like The Brick and Looper, and then he did like Star Wars Episode 8. I think like a lot, like probably one of his films, maybe Looper. That's like a really, really good film. It's pretty awesome.
Awesome, guys. My next question: if you're stranded on a desert island for the next month, what album would you be listening to?
Oh man.
The desert island, I'd go Yellow Card because it's just nice and I can sit back on a nice desert island and listen to Yellow Card all day.
Yeah, I'd maybe take Chunk No Captain Chunk, something like that.
Oh,
I
okay.
love that band
Okay.
so much.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably take them. Yeah. Maybe
Which album though, Lewis? Because at Yellow Card, I'm going Ocean Avenue.
Oh,
because
classic.
you just have to, really. Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah,
You're going to go cry on the beach.
Yeah.
Cry on the beach.
You're crying to listen to Ocean Avenue. I've changed my. I'm going to say Lift the Sail now because that's more beachy, isn't it?
And it can get you off the island because you're gonna probably lift a sail at some point.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be like, oh, there's a boat on this front cover. That's what I'm looking out for. So.
Oh, how prepared of you, man. An album that's going to get us saved. I'm definitely like rocking out to Get Lost, Find Yourself or something and just missing that boat. Still sat there on the desert island. What are you listening to, Costa?
I'd probably go rogue, man. I'd listen to Jurassic 5, a bit of hip hop, like super chill beats.
Just chill out. Get a mocktail.
Coconut cocktails. Yeah, we can make a little cocktail. Pina colada.
He'd just be chilling out there. He's like, I don't need to leave this island. It's gonna be great. I got
That's it, man.
music.
Life's too hectic.
Yeah, exactly. When can we get on this desert island? Are you planning this trip for us? Surprise, guys! We got flights now.
Surprise! I'm the Oprah Winfrey of the music industry. You're gonna win a
Look at
flight
your
to
chest,
Barbados.
guys.
You get an island. You get an island.
Trip to Barbados for everybody. But anyway, guys. Lastly, the most important thing: tell them about your band, where they can find you at, and anything coming up in the next couple months.
Yeah, go.
I'm on vocal rest at the moment, so nothing's really coming up. But we're going to do like a big comeback gig as soon as possible. But we're on Spotify. You can find we've got a EP out called Smug and Pointless. We're on all platforms really. We're on Deezer, Apple Music, wherever you can find music, we're probably there. We're on Facebook. Which is Annin_official is our page. We're on Instagram as Annin_official. Twitter as well. We are Annin_official on Facebook, aren't we? Just double checking. Search for A Night in November. There is like an Irish play called A Night in November. That's not us. We're the band. So if you find that,
I guess we've got music everywhere, like YouTube and that. We've got like a couple of like lyric videos and stuff. If that's your thing, you want to like learn the lyrics and stuff. And we're going to be back in the studio recording like in a couple of weeks' time. So hopefully like that's going to be putting some new songs out in the new year. Like just got to get that done and get that mastered and everything. And hopefully like new year, a few more songs out, get a load of gigs booked up once Gareth's voice is better. And just come back with a bit of a blast. Like we're going to miss out on so many gigs over the winter period, so we're just going to be spending that whole time writing and coming back with some new stuff.
We've been gigging so much, haven't we? We've just been gigging so much this last year, so it's time for us to go back to writing again and getting some new stuff done.
Yeah. What are you saying, Costa? You keep trying to chip in and everyone keeps
fingers crossed.
I'm going to say that we've got our eyes set on a bit of a European tour next summer, fingers crossed.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
Yeah, definitely. Like some of the bands we're going to, like the bands that we mentioned today, like Lion Estates, Elastic Waste, all those sort of bands, we're just going to try and get some of those guys together and jump out to Europe. Be fun.
Awesome. Well, I always got to ask this question because you messaged me on Facebook, and if for any other bands watching this, feel free to message me on Facebook if you'd like to do an interview. But how did you guys find out about the channel? Because I always find that interesting from my perspective because it's unique in the way that the internet works. So I'm always curious how that come across.
We've seen you talking to some of the local bands in Leeds, actually. So our friends High Visions spoke to you. So it's kind of cool that you like getting to know some of the local bands, and a lot of people hear about you that way.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. Like try to represent yourself online as like an unsigned band. You need people who are listening to music from everywhere across the world and doing bits to promote. And we do everything ourselves. We're like totally DIY, like self-funded records and self-funded like getting around the country and doing this, and you're doing the same. You put in your time and your money into like all the equipment and all of that sort of stuff, and when it comes together and you get stuff, good chats and discover new music through it, like what you're putting out there, it's definitely worth finding. So yeah, definitely keen to do this. That's amazing to have us on here. Thanks very much, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thanks for your time.
Awesome. Well, definitely go check A Night in November, not the play, but the actual band. The links will actually be in the description so you can find about the real band that you want to hear about. Please go check out their music. Go follow them on Spotify. I know that is a big thing now in the music industry, so please go follow them so you are on the lookout for new music from them. Super stoked. Shout outs to High Visions. They are the homies. Love those guys. And if you enjoyed this interview, share it, like it, subscribe. It goes a long way. And thanks to A Night in November for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Of course, If you enjoy what we do, make sure to go check out the other series we do. We do album reviews, we do band interviews, and we do live videos, so definitely go check that out. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps our channel, helps us grow. Make sure to hit that like button as well. Go follow us on social media. That's all down below. We try to keep that as updated as possible. We also made a new website where we'll be posting photos of upcoming concerts and stuff like that, which you can go check out at audioaddictionmedia.com and come get your fix with us, guys. Talk to you later. Deuces.